Having Son Doong Cave in Vietnam broadcast live on American TV is a great opportunity to promote the beauty of the cave and Vietnam. On this occasion, let's hear from some lucky tourists who have had a chance to discover Son Doong and see what the cave has to offer. In August 2013, with the approval of Quang Bin's People's Committee, Oxali's Adventure Tours organized a Son Doong tour for more than 500 domestic and international visitors. The tourists came from many different countries, including the US, UK, Norway, Russia and Australia, and completed a 7-day, 6-night tour inside the cave with unforgettable experiences.
It's been even better. It's just amazing place. So I feel very good, very tired, but I will a lot of sleep soon. But very happy. It's an amazing trip, and I hope many people do it.
This adventure tour requires visitors to hike through jungle, swim across rivers and boat through the cave using professional equipment. There are a number of criteria regarding health conditions for tourists, and not everyone can make the cut. The tour now costs $3,000 per person.
People in Hanoi and Saigon that wants to come. I know it's expensive, but that's what it costs. It costs a lot of money. And the good thing about it is putting a lot of income back into Phong Nha village, and hopefully many jobs for the local people.
Nguyen Huy Huai chairman, Quang Binh Province People's Committee, said Quang Binh is the kingdom of caves. They are now planning to develop Quang Binh's tourism into a spearhead economic sector. Organizing such tours is one effective way to help them achieve that goal. Quang Binh Province's tourism sector made significant achievements in 2014 as the province welcomed nearly 2.8 million visitors, with the number of international visitors increasing by over 300% compared to 2013. By promoting Son Doong Cave to the world, Quang Binh hopes to boost the province's tourism sector. A Thai water buffalo conservation center is established in Thailand's northeastern Kalasin province to conserve and develop Thai water buffaloes. The center, located inside Wat Wong Sawang Thi Wararam Temple in Somdet district, was established out of the initiative of the temple's abbot, who has raised dozens of water buffaloes for many years. Most of the animals were donated from merit makers who spent money to save them. Then the temple gives full-grown and healthy water buffaloes to rice farmers. Once seen as the backbone of rice farming, water buffaloes have lost that status. Water buffaloes have literally disappeared from Nong Wang for 20 years, villagers say. The center is aimed at raising awareness of the importance of the animals and promotes knowledge in buffalo rearing and rice farming. A fisherman from Krabi recently received another honor for risking his life to rescue a Norwegian couple stuck in riverside mud while traveling in the mangrove coastal area. A video clip of the rescue that went viral shows Chad Ubonjinda, 44, lying on the muddy ground to let the couple step on to get out of the deep mud. After the couple was set free, he suddenly left. Days later, the Norwegian couple met and thanked their rescuer with the help from officials. Chad on Tuesday received a plaque from Tourism and Sports Minister Kropkan Wattanawarankun at Government House. Chad was also given an honorary jacket by Her Royal Highness Princess Bajra Kittiyapha during a ceremony in Bangkok. Chad said he helped the couple without wanting anything in return and was happy that people praised him for what he did. The reason he abruptly left was also because he did not speak English well. Krabi officials have praised his action and pledged to build him a boat to help promote Krabi tourism. From last November, the public can join guided tours of the Eco Link at BKE, an ecological bridge in Singapore where its main traffic is animals. The tours are December 5th and 19th and January 9th. And from next March, the National Parks Board will conduct guided walks every month, but it will be limited to small numbers. To minimize disturbance to the animals, the public will only be allowed on this gravel walkway on one side of the bridge.
Eco-Link Bridge works because we keep people away from it. We don't have people walking around having a tour inside here, but it is equally important to strike that right balance so that we get community understanding and community acceptance about the functionality of this bridge and its importance in biodiversity conservation.
Since it was completed in 2013, the Eco-Link remained undisturbed for 2 years for animals to get used to the bridge and vegetation to grow in a man-made environment. Arched over the Bukit Timah Expressway, it connects the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve and the Central Catchment Nature Reserve. It gives animals a safe path to cross, allowing interaction of wildlife between the two forests and boosting their survival rates.
Since after we have built the Eco-Link, we found that there's hardly any road queues before. In the past, we have on average about 2 road queues per year itself, especially on the pangolin. And pangolin is a very native endangered animal. And with this Eco-Link being built, since then we have not detected any such road queues.
This is the 4th time this year that Pete Howard, Customer Service Manager of Rolls-Royce, has visited Vietnam. The trip is much easier this time as it only took him 25 minutes to clear the airport, 1/3 of his previous visits. However, time saving at the airport is not the only benefit that the visa exemption policy affords.
Previously, if it was an urgent issue, we'd have maybe a WebEx or a phone call, but things always get lost in translation a little bit and people misunderstand. So, it's much better to have meetings face-to-face. And this new process allows that. Literally, you can be in Vietnam the next day.
Besides enterprises which are working with Vietnamese enterprises, the policy is also helpful to businessmen who want to explore Vietnam. According to a representative of Eurochamp, this is important as the Vietnam-EU FTA has concluded negotiation rounds. This is a reason for Vietnam to consider prolonging the policy's duration.
The FTA agreement is a long-term plan. And as you may know, this visa exemption is just a one-year policy. If it is extended, I believe, because of the FTA agreement, many more European businesses will be interested to explore opportunities in Vietnam, and therefore this visa exemption is a good news to them.
The FTA is a long-term plan, but the policy is only for 1 year. Apart from the UK, France, Italy, Spain and Germany, Vietnam is also exempting visas for 3 other nations in the European Union, Finland, Denmark and Sweden, for a 5-year duration. According to Vietnam's Ministry of Planning and Investment, the EU ranked 5th among Vietnam's major FDI partners last year, with a combined committed FDI of nearly $600 million. During this period, some 60 additional investors from the EU were making investments in the country. The publication of a book entitled Orchids of Brunei is produced jointly by International School Brunei, or ISB, and the Heart of Borneo Center. It is hoped it would encourage the students and other young generation of today to support the existing protection and conservation of the national initiatives, such as in taking care of the wild orchids in Brunei Darussalam. Her Royal Highness Pangeran Anak Isteri Pangeran Anak Sara recently graced the launching ceremony of the book. The ceremony took place at the ISB new campus in Jalan Utama Salambiga, Kampung Sungai Hancing. Dr. Stephen Gerati, the ISB principal, in his welcoming address explained how the book symbolizes the working relationship between the government and ISB in focusing the issue of natural sustainability in Borneo and raising the public awareness, especially among the youth. Her Royal Highness Pangeran Anak Isteri Pangeran Anak Sara then officially launched the book, Orchids of Brunei. The book was written by Dr. Idris Muhammad Said, a former forest botanist attached to the Brunei National Herbarium at Sungai Liang. The book contains scientific articles documenting Brunei's abundant wild orchid species, as well as decorative designs and attractive pictures of orchids. The book was published through the cooperation between International School Brunei (ISB) and the Heart of Borneo, and will be available for purchase at Nolly Books, Best Eastern, Booker International and ISB store for $40 Brunei a copy. Most of the world's orchid species are found on the Borneo Island. In this regard, scientific efforts must be made from now in the documentation of the wild orchid species in the Brunei forests. Brunei orchids have vast scientific and economic potentials, and there is high possibility of finding new species as long as the ecosystem of the tropical rainforest remains among the protected areas.